Now Jesus and his disciples went out to the towns of Caesarea Philippi, and on the road he asked his disciples, saying to them, Who do men say that I am? So they answered, John the Baptist, but some say Elijah, and others one of the prophets. He said to them, But who do you say that I am? I like right there specifically, Jesus first asked what are they saying about him, and then he wanted to make sure his disciples are saying the right thing about him. That's why he asks, oh, who do you say that I am to them? This little Jesus is such a good Lord. Peter answered and said to him, You are the Christ. Then he strictly warned them that they should tell no one about him. And he began to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected by the elders and chief priests and scribes and be killed, and after 3 days rise again. He spoke this word openly. Then Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him. But when he had turned around and looked at his disciples, he rebuked Peter, saying, Get behind me, Satan, for you are not mindful of the things of God, but the things of man. See, Peter, he's known for running his mouth when he shouldn't, to the point where he went against something God must do to save all of us. That's why the Lord said, I rebuke you, Satan. He has to do this, and Peter just ran his mouth. This is the Tony Evans Translation Bible. Peter had been quick to pronounce Jesus as the Messiah. Unfortunately, he was also quick to rebuke Jesus for misunderstanding what the Messiah was all about. Or so Peter thought. Jesus therefore spoke a quick and harsh word of rebuke to Peter. Get behind me, Satan. You are not thinking about God's concerns, but human concerns. Peter had not been merely confused. He'd adopted Satan's way of thinking, which involved rejecting God's revealed truth for mere human logic. Jesus was indeed the Messiah, the King, but there could be no kingly glory without the suffering of the cross. Without the death and resurrection of Jesus, there could be no atonement for sin and thus no salvation. To oppose the true understanding of the Messiah is to oppose God. And there's some people who have said, like, why was he so harsh on Peter? He was literally saving everybody's life with that testament. He was literally letting you know what he had to do. And Peter spoke out of turn. His emotions and his flesh spoke out of turn. He loved the Lord that much to say that, but it came out as blasphemy. Just a little speak on people's emotions. Just something to think about. I chose to read about this just to show that just how much mercy the Lord had for his disciples, especially Peter. Remember, Peter, that wasn't the first time Peter messed up. And it wasn't the last, as you know. You'll see later on, we might do another sermon on it, but this is part 1. I'm going to do part 2 in a couple days. I love y'all. God first, God bless. Keep subbing, keep liking.